Hey guys, so I have a new video today and I want to share with you 5 tips on how to draw. So these 5 tips I have for you are basically tips that I use on my own self, and it's just tips that I think will be very helpful if you want to draw and if you are wondering how I draw. These tips are not in any particular order, you can take them as you please, but these are just tips that I want to give you and you can listen to them if you want. If not, then whatever. But yeah, I found these very helpful and I want to share them with you. Tip number 1 is to find an inspiration. You usually get inspiration by going on the internet. I usually go on like Tumblr, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. For me, I really get inspired by other people's work, which is why I always go on the internet and I look at other people's work, and it really like inspires me to make my own. I don't like copy it, but I will like create my own way and put a little Mandy inside. Another one is music. When I listen to music, certain lyrics inspire me to draw something. It kind of helps me brainstorm by listening to the music and to the beat of the song. And also, it doesn't even have to be on the internet. You can find inspiration by going to the beach. Some people like to draw waves, paint waves. Some people like to draw like animals, where they go outside and they see the animals, they study it and get inspired to draw it. You have to find that one thing that gets you hyped up to draw or paint. Tip number 2 is to practice. Basically, drawing is really something that you need to practice on. It's unless you're naturally gifted and the first time you draw is something perfect, but basically you have to practice. I've been drawing from 8 years old and I'm 24 and I still like practice till today. I practice every day. I would say that if you're trying to draw or you want to learn how to draw, I would say it doesn't matter what you draw, but try to take at least 10 to 20 minutes a day to draw. If not 10, then 5, and just try to draw something every day just to get you going and really like moving your hands. Now, it doesn't matter how bad you start, as long as you start somewhere, because like that quote says, every artist was first an amateur. One tip in that practice, one tip and a number 2 tip is that you should always label your work. When you start going like improving more and more, you start drawing more and you look back at your saved work and you see the date of when you drew it, you kind of can see like a huge difference of how well you improved, and it's basically all because you practice. So tip number 3 is use references. References are like a huge help for when you're drawing. If you don't know how to draw something, you can always grab your computer, look for like a house or a person or an animal, and you just print it out and you just use that picture to copy off of it, so that way you have something in front of you to look at. For example, I actually made a little book that I printed out pictures of animals, and I'm trying to get into drawing animals because I'm trying to go out of my comfort zone, but I use this as my reference book. And I just have animals like this, and that right here, and it's just for me to be able to see how the body forms and all of that. So yeah, find ideas to like do stuff like this where it helps you get easier access to a reference. Tip number 4 is to share your work. I think this is another big help because it helps you get feedback from other people, and it kind of gets you hyped up to draw another picture when you hear a good comment. If you hear a bad comment, then just brush it off. But if you hear good comments, it really gets you like inspired to do more pictures, and when you share them, a lot of people see your work and it makes you more happy that the world sees it. For me, I like to share them on Instagram and Tumblr and Facebook. Facebook is more for my family, but I still share it on there, and Instagram is like public. So I share all of my work and I hashtag it Mandy Sketch, so that way people can find my drawings, and when they find it and I receive comments, it just gets me like really happy to draw more and to see my work make people smile. And even when you're sharing your work, you can record it and post it and let people see how you did your work. All this kind of sharing on social media, or even like if someone you want to draw a picture for someone like how I do, it really like gets you happy that they like something that you drew, and it makes you like inspired to draw more. Tip number 5 is to own your work and to create your own work. So for tip number 5 is that you have to own your work and you have to create your own. Not meaning like you have to own your work and like get patent and all that, but you have to own your work, meaning like you have to discover who you are as an artist and find out what it is that you like to draw, and know that like every artist is different. Not everyone has the same style, not everyone draws their own eyes the same, everyone draws it differently. You start drawing, get the hang of it, you start to develop your own skills and you start to develop your own like your own idea or your own artwork where it's kind of like your signature style. Another thing is that you can't please every person when you draw. You draw for your own eyes, and if someone doesn't like it, then that's their own problem, but someone in this world will like your drawing and they will appreciate your styles. It's just the artist's choice on how they want to draw it, and they can't let other people try to like bash them down for their own work, because it's their work and they have their own reason for why they want to draw it like that. So yeah, these are my 5 tips on how to draw. If you guys want to see more videos like this, and I'd be happy to share with you, because I love to draw and I love art and everything. So yeah, that's the end of this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!